What is going on, everybody? How is everyone doing today? Today we're going to be taking a look at the SH FIguarts Star Wars Phase 1 Clone Trooper figure. So, what is going on, everybody? How is everyone doing today? Daredevil19 here, and today I'm bringing you a review of the SH FIguarts Phase 1 Clone Trooper, and it's actually a very dope figure. Tamashii Nations really did a well job on this piece. But anyway, let's start this review off with the packaging first for the Clone Trooper. So basic SH FIguarts Star Wars packaging here. You get all black for the coloring. You get the window in the front with the figure and the accessories. It says Star Wars SH FIguarts in gold. Clone Trooper Phase 1 Tamashii Nations Bandai. The bottom of it has stuff in Japanese that I cannot read. The top of it says SH FIguarts Star Wars Clone Trooper Phase 1. The side of it says the same thing as the top and the front. And then the other side of it says the same thing as well, but you get a cool image of the figure. And then the back of it right there shows a bunch of cool pictures and poses you can get the figure into with his accessories and everything. But that is the packaging. Let's get this figure open and take a closer look at the Clone Trooper. Alright, so let's take a closer look at the Clone Trooper, and Tamashii Nations really did an incredible job on this piece. I mean, it's very plain, it's just black and white with a little bit of gray mixed in it, no paint shading or anything, but it is just a Clone Trooper from Star Wars. I do dig these helmets, masks a lot better than these regular Stormtroopers. I think I might like the First Order Stormtrooper helmet a lot better than this one though, but these are pretty badass looking. And the paint is nice and clean all over the figure wherever it's painted. Nice straight lines, no paint bleeding, paint smudging or anything. And nice sculpt work also. Get some little sculpted lines there. Nice sculpt work there, the top of the helmet. But nice work by Tamashii Nations. See, very clean paint, so that's always a big plus for me when it's clean paint and not all sloppy. The chest or midsection area, nice sculpt work. You get some painted black dots in there, same with some sculpted lines. Those are sculpted also, the black dots and the lines right there. This belt is a separate piece, nice sculpt work on it. It's just a plain white. I don't know if it's plastic or painted, but it looks pretty cool. And there's the back right there. Nice sculpt work there. Then you get the shoulder pads. And all the black pieces under the armor, those are all sculpted lines in there. So pretty cool looking. This elbow piece does not move, so don't try to move it. It will probably snap off. You could probably just peg it back in because the knee ones popped off on me, but you could just peg it back in. So. But pretty basic, nothing too fancy. But a very cool looking figure. And the feet right there. No paint shading or anything, like I said, it's just a Clone Trooper. But Tamashii Nations really did a great job overall on the detail on this piece. Anyway, let's continue on. Now for the accessories, you get some pretty cool stuff with the Clone Trooper. You get 8 interchangeable hands and then 2 guns. You get the smaller blaster gun, which is really badass looking. I love the sculpt work on there. And they did add some nice silver paint for the like screws on the gun, which just look awesome. Just that little added paint on the gun just makes it that much better. But just great sculpt work, holy crap. This is why I love Tamashii Nations. Just little things like that just makes a figure so much better to me. So you get the smaller blaster gun, and then you get the badass larger blaster gun, which just looks dope. Very nice work. And of course they got the silver for the screws on this one as well. Just nice sculpt work all throughout this piece. And he can hold both the guns with both of his hands, so that's a big plus for me. But very nice looking weapons. And then he also comes with 8 interchangeable hands, which is actually a lot for a Clone Trooper. You get a pair of fists, which are sculpted and painted well, so nice work by Tamashii Nations. And I really love the hand guard on there, very cool looking. So you get a pair of fists, and then you also get a pair of trigger finger hands, but it's not like he's pulling on the trigger, his finger is just fully extended. I mean, I guess I'm fine with it. Still looks pretty awesome. So you get a pair of those. And then you get a pair of open hands, which with a like wider grip for him to like hold the gun, I guess over here or maybe down there or something. Actually, he holds it pretty good there. So you get those, and then you get another pair of open hands, which is a more narrow grip, which I like using these ones better to hold the gun like right here, because he holds it a lot better with these, and he does hold the end of this one fine too. So very cool that you get the 8 interchangeable hands on those two blaster guns. But anyway, let's keep moving on. Alrighty, so now for the height of the clone trooper. He stands a little bit under 6 inches tall, and then here he is compared to the SH FIguarts Luke Skywalker figure and the SH FIguarts Darth Maul figure. And then here he is compared to the Mafex Darth Vader figure, the Black Series Kylo Ren figure, and the Black Series Captain Phasma figure. And then here he is compared to the Black Series First Order Stormtrooper figure and the Black Series Commander Cody figure. And then here he is compared to the SH FIguarts Android 16 figure and the SH FIguarts Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan Goku figure. Anyway, there's some quick comparisons. Let's continue on. For the articulation, you get 1 point at the neck and 1 at the head. The head does go up and down. Does pivot a little bit, and it does swivel. The neck goes back and forth, it pivots, and it does swivel, so you get some okay movement. It gets hindered by the helmet, of course. Then you get a point of articulation under the chest, kind of in the midsection right there. It goes back and forth, does pivot, and it does swivel. Then you do get waist articulation. It goes back and forth, it swivels, and it does pivot a little bit, so you get some nice movement in the torso area on the waist. Now, these shoulder pads, they're on double hinges and a ball joint, so it does swivel up there and move around a little bit. And then it hinges back and forth, so it doesn't hinder the arm articulation up by the shoulder. So smart move by Tamashii Nations there. Get a really great armpit joint, so you get some great movement right there. And then the shoulders go up a really good amount, and then they do go up and down. You do get bicep swivel. You get a swivel at the forearm. You get double jointed elbows, but it gets hindered by the armor, so it bends in almost 90 degrees, so that's pretty cool. You do get a ball hinge at the wrist. It swivels, and then it hinges back and forth, so nice articulation at the arm. The legs now, this is where it's not the best. It does get hindered by this piece. You kind of have to move it around to get it up higher, so he can kick up more than 90 degrees, so that isn't bad. Goes to the back about 45 degrees, and then it goes out to the side a little less than 90 degrees. Then you do get the upper thigh swivel. Double jointed knees that bend a little bit more than 90 degrees. And for the ankles, it's not the best articulation at the ankles. It goes up a little bit. Doesn't go down at all, so that's a little disappointing. It does swivel, and you only get a little bit of ankle pivot, so that's disappointing as well, but you do get some nice toe articulation. So not the best movement around the ankle and the legs, but it is okay. You can still get some very nice poses with this clone trooper. But overall, I do recommend the SH FIguarts Phase 1 Clone Trooper. This is a great addition to add to your Star Wars collection. If you love army building or love Star Wars, or if you love clone troopers or any type of troopers from Star Wars, this is definitely a piece for you, and you will love it once you have it in your collection. You get some really cool accessories included with this piece. You get 8 interchangeable hands, which is always a big plus for me, and you get those 2 badass blaster guns, a smaller one and a larger one, so I love what they included with the Clone Trooper. The articulation is pretty good, not the best. I know they could have worked in the leg and the ankle movement a lot better than they did, but other than that, you still get some pretty great poses out of this Clone Trooper. I'm very satisfied with the detail for this piece. I think Tamashii Nations did a great job on the sculpt, and the paint is just an A+. No crooked lines, paint bleeding, or anything like that. I just wish there was a little bit of paint shading here and there on the white pieces of the armor, but really not that big of a deal. They really did a fantastic job on the detail. And if you would like to get the SH FIguarts Phase 1 Clone Trooper for your collection, he does cost between 40 through 48 bucks depending on where you purchase it. I got mine from hobbylinkjapan.com. I paid a total of 42 bucks, and that's including the EMS shipping, so that's actually a pretty damn good price if you ask me. So you can check on there. You could also check Amazon and eBay, places like that. You could also see if my buddy from agelessgeeks.com has this or will get it in stock as well. But anyway, guys, that is my review of the SH FIguarts Star Wars Phase 1 Clone Trooper figure. Hope you enjoyed my review. If you want to support the channel, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share and favorite the video too. And if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, then I guess you're not a Star Wars fan. But anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you later. FIguarts has some other stuff below that. And then it says the figure and the accessory. It says SH. Damn it, that's a Star Wars. You get the window in the front with the So let's get a better look at the clone trooper here. Bandai, the bottom of it is the barcode and blah 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 stuff. Never mind, there isn't even a barcode on it in the top. Shit.